songs, puppets, fun, and mime. Welcome to the story time. Hello, Agastians. How are you all? We are back with yet another story. And story that I have for you today is about the animals that are tall, that have long necks. Yes, you're right. It's a giraffe. And the book for the day is Giraffes Can't Dance. It's written by Giles Andrea and illustrated by Guy Parker Rees. So, this book is about a giraffe, and its name was Gerald. Gerald was a tall giraffe whose neck was long and slim. But his knees were awfully bandy and his legs were rather thin, which means that his knees were bent a little and he had very thin legs. And for such a big animal to have thin legs is a problem. You know why? Because then the legs cannot carry the weight of the body properly. So Gerald was very good at standing still and munching and crunching, munching and crunching, crunch, munching and crunching, crunch, shoots of trees. But when he tried to run around, he buckled at the knees. Sometimes his legs would bend and he would fall down. Oh no, poor Gerald. Now, every year in Africa, they hold the jungle dance, where every single animal turns up to skip and prance. So, they have the jungle festival. Ooh, la 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 la. And this year, when the day arrived, poor Gerald felt so sad because when it came to dancing, he was really, really bad. Now, the warthogs started waltzing. So, since this book is set in Africa, you'll hear a lot of names of the animals that are African animals. Let's see, okay? And the rhinos rock and roll, la la la, rock and roll, la la la. The lions danced a tango, da 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 da, which was elegant and bold, with the flower in their mouth and chi cha cha. They did a very nice dance, all of them. The chimps all did a cha 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 with a very Latin feel, and 8 baboons then teamed up for a splendid Scottish reel. So, Augustians, here we just heard the names of 5 different dance forms: cha cha, which is a Latin dance, a splendid Scottish reel dance, waltz, rock and roll, and tango. I think what these dance forms are our story for another time. But if you ever hear these terms, just see what these are. Now, on seeing all of them dancing and enjoying so much, Gerald swallowed bravely as he walked towards the floor. But the lions saw him coming and they soon began to roar. Hey, look at clumsy Gerald. The animals all laughed. Giraffes can't dance, you silly fool. Oh, Gerald, don't be daft. Gerald simply froze up. You know the feeling when somebody tries to mock you? जब कोई आपका मजाक उड़ाता है तो आप freeze हो जाते हो. You don't know what to say, what to do. And Gerald felt the same. He was rooted to the spot. They are right, he thought. I'm useless. Oh, I feel like such a clot. So he crept off from the dance floor and he started walking home. He'd never felt so sad before. So sad and so alone. Then at night he found a little clearing and he looked up at the sky. The moon can be so beautiful, he whispered with a sigh. Excuse me, coughed a cricket kick kick, who'd seen Gerald earlier on. But sometimes, Gerald, when you are different, you just need a different song. Gerald looked at the cricket with confused face, and the cricket said, "It is not necessary that you have to dance on the songs, on the waltz, on the cha cha cha, on the rock and roll, on the tango. You can have a different song. Listen to the swaying grass. Shh. And listen to the trees. To me, the sweetest music is those branches in the breeze. Shh. So imagine that lovely moon is playing just for you. Everything makes music if you really want it to. Just listen. Listen to your own music. Make your own beats and dance. What's important is that you are trying. With that, the cricket smiled and picked up his violin. And then Gerald felt his body do the most amazing thing. His hooves had started shuffling, making circles on the ground. His neck was gently swaying, and his tail was swishing around. He threw his arms out sideways and he swung them everywhere. Then he did a backward somersault and leapt up in the air. Gerald felt so wonderful. His mouth was open wide. I'm dancing. Yes, I'm dancing. I am dancing, Gerald cried. Then one by one, each animal who'd been there at the dance arrived while Gerald boogied on and watched him quite entranced. They were all frozen at spot, looking at Gerald, dancing so beautifully from here to there and everywhere. They shouted, "It's a miracle! We must be in a dream. Gerald's the best dancer that we have ever seen." How is it that you can dance like that? Please, Gerald, tell us how. But Gerald simply twizzled round and finished with a bow. He finished his dance with such a grace. Oh my God, it was a delightful scene to see. And then, dear Agastians, Gerald raised his head and looked up at the moon and stars above. We all can dance, he said, when we find music that we love. And that's the end of Gerald's story, dear Augustians. But did you notice what Gerald told you just now? Nothing is impossible, nothing is difficult. You just have to have your heart at the right place. Keep trying and find your own music. Bye bye, Augustians. Have a fun time.